Hi, this is Told Welcome, and today we're looking at Saddle Up, another free deck that we're trying to make better for the ranked ladder on Best of One. And yeah, so our mythic rare is the that came with the set is the Railway Brawler. While it's a great card and it's a really good card, I think we're going away from that. We're going to go with Trosanti, the Three Whispers, so that we can give creatures double strike or death touch on a first strike. Steed is a pretty good deal. And it's a 3 mana, 4/4 creature, so it's, on curve. We can cast out the Seraphic Steed, and then on turn 3, we can cast out Trosanti, Three Whispers, and then we could saddle it to make an angel right away. To go along with that, I don't understand why Gruff Triplets is in the deck. Maybe it's like 3 Saddlers, I don't know. Just go with 2 Tumblewags, way better. Fortune's going to stay where it's at, just a 1 of, and Wily Duke, although I dislike it, I'm going to keep it in there as is. It's a 4, it's another 3 mana, 4 power creature that can saddle type of situation. The Griff and the Stable Master, we're going to keep us 2 ofs. This didn't make any sense. We have the Bristleback Sentry was in there. They didn't even have any Herd Whispers in there. You're playing a saddle up deck. You don't even have the Mount Captain. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So we're getting rid of this wall that doesn't do anything, which doesn't, maybe it's a saddler. I don't know, I guess, for a creature that can also be a saddler, it can also attack, and it also gives your, mounts hexproof and gives them +1/+1 counters when they attack. So dumb. They had the Trailblazer Outcast Trailblazer in there. It's a pretty good card. We're going to take it out, and we're going with 2 Steeds. Steed is probably one of the best mounts that came in the new set. Just a 2/2 lifelinker for 2 mana with first strike. It's really great. And then, it has that other ability, which, if we can get that Angel's creation started, it's a pretty good deal. Drover Grizzly, never played it. When it attacks, all your creatures gain trample until end of turn. We're going to give it a try. It's a 3 mana, 4 power creature for saddling the Steed. So it adds into our curve. We just throw that over there. The Giant Beaver, though, although I've never played it, while it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature that saddled it. Saddle for 3. Too big of a saddle. Doesn't get itself. I mean, I guess it has Vigilance, but it doesn't get bigger by itself. And growing saddling creatures that you're not going to attack with doesn't make any sense. So we're just going to go with a full 4 copies of Thrown from the Saddle because they had 2 in there. We're going to need that removal, and it also puts a +1/+1 counter on a mount. So if we use a mount to do that damage, then it'll get a +1/+1 counter. They had the Vengeful Townfolk in there. Well, I just made a deck about the Vengeful Townfolk, and I like the card. I don't think it works in this deck because the Townfolk's all about creatures you control dying, and we're hoping to try to avoid that. So we're going to go with 2 Botanical Brawlers, which also seems kind of weird. But since we added in the Whisperer, we can get +1/+1 counters on our mounts, creatures. We also have the 2 Tumblewags in there, so those are generating +1/+1 counters. We did just take out the Beaver, which would have also made +1/+1 counters. It just seems like it makes a really good fit. The Ankle Biter stays the same. It was already in there. Works good for Thrown from the Saddle. It's a good card. They have 2 Cooped Ups in there. I'm taking that out. I'm going with the... Oh, actually... Yeah, I'm going with the Gift of Gaia. So that we can give a +1/+1 counter and have reach. And then we're keeping this in there, I believe. And the Steer. And the Moment of Valor, we're going to get rid of that. Oh, I think that was for the Gaia's Gift. Was that one. But Moment of Valor, we're getting rid of it. +1/+1. Destroys creature with power greater 4. It's pretty good. But we're going to go with the Staggering Size, +3/+3, and Trample. Because if we can pump up the Steed, that's 5 life gain. and that's a good deal. And the steer clear, I wonder if we're supposed to get rid of one of those two. I don't know. We'll see when we get down on cards. No, I think we're good. I think we're keeping all of these. I don't know if we wanted to go up on this, because I think with the first strike might be pretty good. You know, for the blockers, you know, 4 damage, probably pretty good. But they had the Thousand Moons Infantry. I don't know why people think this is a good card. You know, obviously you can saddle and then it's untapped for a blocker, but we'll just go with the 3/1, 2 mana 3/1 first striker. It's a scry 1 if you saddle it for 2. Sounds much better. And it's also a 3 saddler, so if we have some 3 saddles that we need, like the Griffin, and it's also a mount, so it can get +1/+1 counters when it attacks. And they had the Bounding Philidar. 6 mana is just too expensive, and for 2 saddle, and it doesn't do anything until it attacks, so it doesn't, you know, we're going to take that out for this Sandstalker Moloch. 1 mana, 2 green, 4/2, flash lizards, and when it enters the battlefield, if opponent casts a black or blue spell, you can look at the top 4, put a permanent, blah blah blah. Either way, it's a 4/2 flash creature that we can smack out. It also goes on that sweet 3 mana casting cost curve, so that we can have the steed into, you know, one of those. Do we need fortune? Do we go with another one of these? That's the question. What do we have that we want to blink? Nothing really. So, if we take out fortune, you could go with fortune if you don't have 3 steeds, but I think this deck really revolves around the steed and the whisperer, right? And the lands. Do we want the prairie instead of the surveil land? It is a 3/3 creature that can be used for saddling. We'll do that. Let's refresh. And then we're left with a deck that looks something like this. So we got a little bit. It'd be nicer to have a little bit more 1-drops, but pretty low curve. Probably something in the 2s. Definitely don't need 25 lands. Well then, pop that mana base. Pump that guy up 1. Or do we want more steer clears? Probably should go with that. Because the way the meta is. But let's get into some games and see how we do with Saddle Up. Just a nice 6 lands, 5 cards. Pretty good. I think we want fetch lands. Better. Ankle biter into Comical Brawler? I don't know. Guess we go for damage? Yeah, I guess so. We'll need a blocker next turn. I think we brawler into tap lane. And then we could throw from the saddle. Untap. Oh, we need to throw from the saddle. We need the grizzly bear. They weren't one turn too early. Do they have another removal spell? Some protection, apparently? They could have Wandering Emperor? Wouldn't be surprised. Life total's going down. Protection would be good. That's a pretty good one. It's a real good one. So on my turn, mounts have hexproof. So now I could do this safely. They can't kill my guy. That's what they wanted to do. That's why I don't understand why this card was not in the deck. You better gain that life. Now they could have Wandering Emperor, but we had the Leap. There's 6. No blockers. Still no blockers. They're not sweeping the board. That's game. Free deck. Upgraded. With a Herd Whisperer. And we're still using, you know, one of their grizzly bears that they had. So even if they get a blocker, we can give them trample. Not that it matters. Because they stay alive one more turn. They'd have to sacrifice Skrelv here. Wonder if they want to do that. Pylon was an addition because we were drawing so many lands so that we can cycle the top cards of our library. They're uncommon. Don't need another one of those. I will draw a card. Giant ropes would be great. We'll just take care of Skrelv right here. We don't have a mount out, but we can get flying, or 2. They're gonna die from their own hive. How did they gain life? They had that cease and desist. And they could have removal. wish I would have kept that on top. Oh, just ordinary tumblewag, huh? It's just an ordinary flying tumblewag. So they're just like sweep the board, sweep the board, sweep the board, and then, you know, make new hive tokens. Is this a saddle 2? This does it, right? Looks pretty good. Flying tumblewag. 2 for 1. I'm gonna have to hold that in my hand. I don't know, maybe I need some card draw? There's the green spree card, I don't know what that is. Right? Sure, might need it. Put it here, put it there, put it there. Yeah, we need a saddler. Definitely need a saddler. Oh, isn't that great? Can we kill them? That's the question. Are they gonna fight me next turn? 3, 4, 5. I mean, they just have to fight me, I guess. I have to sack everything, so they just need 1 fight spell. So, yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need another flying spell. It's pretty good. I messed up, I think. I messed up. I lost the game right there. I could have won the game right there. I could have doubled the counters on the brawler with the tumblewag and won the game. I think so. It's 10, 3, 4. Maybe I couldn't have. They didn't have enough though. So they're getting a fight spell next turn, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could block with the 5, right? Saddle 2. Now the counter goes first. I don't know if that's enough. Right. We do have the steer clear. Okay. So 5, 6. This one. 5, 6, 12 damage. He didn't block the little guy? Wow, that's amazing that he didn't block the little one. Still dead. That's how you beat. The Obliterator with Trample. No white mana. What do we do? Well, it's just gonna get killed anyway, right? I guess. Maybe some reanimation we need? I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just all discard. Blue? Interesting. So, Human Legends? Oof. Seriously? Please, rotation. Come sooner. So ridiculous. And you have another one? So ridiculous. Just do 2 of them in your opening hand. Kind of probably have 3 of them. One would guess. So if I put the Brawler out, it's not that good. They're probably just playing like a bunch of those lands, probably. I think so. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, we don't need a third one. The problem is mana, right? We need the colored mana. Okay. That's the problem. Why would you not attack with that, huh? Very suspect. Super suspect, you know? Very suspect. Oh, I should have saddled it. Yeah, it's fine. Double strike, death touch, double strike for 3. can we take a turn off? We can. No, change my mind. Right? Just trying to get some mana, better mana. It's a good card. Fight spell would be good. I mean, they're gonna get Sheldred out, I guess. Called it? Like, I don't know what to say. Okay. They're playing very smart. Why did they discard? They draw and discard from that. Oh my god. Looks pretty good. I don't have the mana. I have this mana. They go down to 6. If only I had more mana. What the hell is this garbage? Ah, bro. Good, bro. We're good. Can I just get a flying? What the hell are you doing? Are you wiping the board or something? Four? Guess he just needs to discard a card. Do I have enough blockers? Yeah, I do. I have to kill our steed. If they don't kill the steed. Right? They just need blockers on the ground. Hey, one more land. One more white mana. Oh, Snorp's pretty good body. That is not going to do it. Death Touch, though, is pretty good. Double Strike's pretty good. Double the counters on something's pretty good. I have 4 blockers. Put everything to 4. Right? Maybe I should have doubled the lifelink. Death Touch with Trample. Does 5 damage to his face, and then he didn't block the other one, so he takes 9. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that is saddled up. That's why we go with Trosanti over the 5 casting cost Brawler, right? Like, it's too expensive. And just being able to give you that Death Touch, Double Strike, so much versatility. It's a much better mythic rare card. And, you know, that's why we go with the Steed. That's why the Brawler's in there. It just works out nicely with the counters that are going around. You know, we have a lot of counters going around. Didn't get to see the scrying and first strike ability of the trained Arnix? How do you say that? But, the first strike, having first strike on stuff, and being able to pump them, give them trample. Yeah. So, yeah. Doing pretty good. Much better than the original deck. A lot of changes. You could see we removed 12 cards, I think. One of them's the land. But I think it's for good. We lowered the curve a whole bunch. Right? You could see all these 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. Got rid of a little bit of removal. Got rid of some useless cards. Replaced some cards with better cards. Fortune just doesn't make sense. Why are we blinking? We don't have anything that we want to blink. So why have it just because it's a mount? And the Beaver, maybe some other deck it's going to be good in, but not this deck. Maybe I'll build a Beaver deck when Broomborough comes out if they got Beavers in there. Beaver Triangle coming soon. Alright, but this has been Told. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.